Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Costanza, a podcast about something. I am your host, Joe Costanza, not to be confused with George Costanza from Seinfeld. I have not met George yet, but I have met Newman today. But this is episode 25. I am exhausted because Jake and I came back from Comic-Con, and this is not the episode. I'm just saying, like, it was a lot of fun. We met a lot of cool guys. Maybe we'll talk about it in the next episode. But anyways, I am here with everybody is back now. So I got Iceberg Mike with me. Everybody can do like a little intro of their own. Fuck it. I'm not gonna save you for last. Jake from State Farm. He indeed exists. Stefan, who's back after 2 podcasts that he missed, I think. Alright, Tasha, who's back. Oh, shit, I hit my microphone. Yeah, I did.
That's gonna be awkward as fuck for me.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, no, it'll be fine.
Ah, shit.
But yeah, small intro. What's up? My name's Tasha Gamer. I pretty much do a bunch of variety stuff on like YouTube, and I'm very active on Discord, and I'm now a announced co-host of the podcast. I don't say much, but I'm still here to keep things orderly. So yeah, that's me.
Alright, this is a bit awkward because I just realized my Discord was muted in
You're
the fucking
joking.
Streamlabs, so yeah, we're gonna have to redo this. So Tasha, you got yours out of the way. I'll let Jay go, and then we'll have to restart. Just say like one word. So.
Oh my god!
One word.
What?
Joe, why?
What is happening right now?
I'm half
I
tired.
had,
Okay,
I had that on the spot, and it sounded beautiful.
It was good. It was good. Like they heard
It was
yours.
magnificent.
They heard yours. It's just I don't know.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
All right, Jake, just go. I'm tired, dude. I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay. Okay. So, I am Jay Gooden, aka Jump Master, the one and only. I'm also a co-host for Costanza, a podcast about something. I'm very proud to be here every single week. Just pretty much talking about everything that I love. That's gaming, movies, music, TV shows, all that good stuff that everyone loves. You can find me on the Thunder Pals over here playing under Game Spaces in a very ever-vasting game community. And you can also check me out on Digi Media Games in that gaming platform as well. If you need any type of designs, your boy got your back over here. I'm also illustrator, graphic designer, and right now a comic book creator. So creativity starts with you, one imagination at a time. Hit me up at jgmediadesigns.com.
All right.
Okay.
What a long intro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess we're gonna keep it short with the re-edit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, Joe's editor, make sure you speed through the intros.
That's
Okay.
live.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
That's why I was like fucking up. That's why I want you guys to redo it, because I realized like, ah, shit, I muted the
Oh,
wrong thing.
they couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everyone knows what they're gonna say. That everyone got their part. We're cool.
Yeah. Just you three can redo it if you want to. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
I'll
So
I'll
right,
redo mine.
yeah, just start from the top. Start with Joe, and then everyone just goes around, I guess. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Iceberg Mike. I'm 1/3 of the Thunder Pals. I play games with people, build community, have fun with people. Have a nice day.
I'm Jake from State Farm. I'm here and I exist, and that's all I had to say.
Exists. What you talking about?
That's all I had to say last time. It's all I'm saying this time.
And,
I don't know.
and like I said before, Stefan is back, and yeah.
Yep. I missed you podcast, but thankfully I'm back. You can find me on Twitch. I love to play video games. You can just like everybody else here, you can find me on Twitch.
Okay.
And I'm glad to be back.
Yep, it's good to have you back. And also, yes, I'm aware what happened recently, and that's actually why I took a week off. It was before this day, but I do not want anybody to mention anything about the recent U.S. election. We all know what happened, and some of us are happy, some of us are not, so just please refrain from talking about it. It's Costanza podcast about something, not make the podcast great again, so please just refrain from doing that.
Right.
Noted.
Noted.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into this. So recently, Marvel wrapped up their recent hit, ? Agatha all along, so Berg's the only one who's seen it, so you can have the floor for that.
That's crazy. How am I the only one who's seen it? All right, so
I've seen it, but okay.
all right, at least more than one person saw it. So I left y'all off last time when I talked about it on episode 5, and obviously the series is finished at this point. It was basically a roller coaster ride from that point onward, because every episode was just reveal after reveal, twist after twist. Episode 6 was about it's hard because they call him Teen all throughout the show until this point, because they reveal that the kid that was following Agatha is Wiccan, or Wanda's son, Billy Maximoff.
Spoilers, by the way.
And we're talking about a completed show. Yeah, there's definitely spoilers at this point. Spoilers for WandaVision and Agatha all along. If you have not seen either, you're doing yourself a disservice.
All right.
So we get Wiccan's backstory, and you come to find out that the sigil that was placed on him by Lilia, because she is a divination witch and she could see his future, and she saw everything that was going to happen. So she tried to protect him by hiding him from other witches, but that ended up kind of backfiring. But Wiccan ends up breaking the sigil, and now everyone knows what he is, and his powers kind of got unsealed, and he's pissed at fucking Agatha. So it was thought that he ended up killing all of the witches, but he ended up just getting them transported to another part of the Witch's Road. Episode 7 is probably the best episode of the series. It gave me a lot of Doctor Who and Loki vibes. Basically, it's Lilia's episode. She constantly is time slipping, because for some reason she can always see like into the past and into the future. So she needs to, the trial that she ends up going under helps her to control her time slipping, and it was just beautifully done. Like I don't even think I can give it a description that would do it justice. You need to watch this episode. If you don't want to watch the show, at least watch that episode. I'm not even sure if you need context to watch it, but it was just so beautifully done. It's one of the best episodes Marvel Television has put out. Episode 8 is the penultimate episode where pretty much everything comes to a head. Well, Lilia ends up dying at the end of episode 7, but she takes out the Salem 7 that was chasing the witches, which is why they had to enter the road in the first place. The only witches left in the coven is Agatha, Wiccan, and Jennifer Hale. And unfortunately, Jennifer did not get a lot of screen time. That's probably one demerit I could give to the show. They kind of built her up to be like the road ahead, and she doesn't really do anything, which is unfortunate. But the trial in episode 8 is trying to figure out their way out of this morgue-like area that is based on Agatha's basement in the Westview house that she's in. And they end up figuring out that the person who bound Jennifer was Agatha herself. She thought that the doctor who betrayed her trust, I think she was like a nurse or something, and the doctor said that she was a wicked woman or some shit, and was like try to cast her out of the medical field. And she thought that doctor bound her, but he didn't have magic, so she didn't understand how it happened. But it turned out Agatha did it, which feels kind of like very convenient, but I guess they got to wrap the show up, so they did it in that manner. So she figures out that thing and does an unbinding spell. And once she does the unbinding spell, Jennifer gets zapped out of the Witch's Road. Agatha then helps Wiccan figure his way off of the road by realize, because what Wiccan wanted was to find his brother, but what he didn't realize, they when the hex in WandaVision was dismantled, because Wanda had to stop the hex to release everybody. Billy and Tommy's souls both left and entered William Kaplan's body, but he didn't know that. But Agatha worked with him and made him realize what happened, and forced him to put Tommy's spirit into another body. We don't see who that person is, but we see that a bunch of kids are trolling this kid, and they put him into like a deep end of a swimming pool, and they end up drowning him. But because the guy's dead, Wiccan then puts Tommy's soul into that body. So Tommy is alive, but we don't get to see him alive. I'm guessing because they're going to continue this storyline in the show Vision Quest. And if you've been paying attention to the MCU, they're trying to build towards Young Avengers. So I think that storyline of like how Tommy like got out of the water and whatnot is going to continue in another show or another movie. But they at least wanted to show you that Tommy is now alive in the MCU. So both Wanda's kids are back. Once Agatha helps Wiccan with that, Wiccan ends up getting zapped out of the Witch's Road. So now Agatha is left by herself, and she has to come to terms with her son that got killed. And each trial has like a time limit, and the time limit is slowly getting to 0 for Agatha. But then she realizes that in her she has a pendant thing that she wears on her chest, and inside of it is like a locket type thing. There's a hair, and it's a lock of hair from her son that passed, but behind the bit of hair is a dandelion. So she ends up planting the dandelion, and by growing new life, she was able to accept what had happened, and she gets zapped out of the Witch's Road. Now, here's the twist that fucked me up. The whole time, and this is going into episode 9 now, the whole time that they were on the Witch's Road, this was all in Wiccan's mind.
What?
Wow.
Wiccan is the son of the Scarlet Witch. What does the Scarlet Witch do? Chaos magic. So Wiccan had made his own hex based off of the song of the Ballad of the Witch's Road. The Witch's Road was never a thing. It was a con. Episode 9 shows Agatha as a flashback to I don't know, 17 whatever, after she killed her original coven in WandaVision, where she has a kid and Death wants to take the kid for some reason, but she kind of like kind of cut the deal with Agatha, so lets the kid live. And they end up killing a bunch of witches through the countryside, and I'm guessing I'm guessing by Agatha doing that prolongs her son's life, Nicholas Scratch. But one day they choose not to kill any witches, and then that next day he's dead.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and Agatha is just fucking distraught.
Wow.
The two of them made the original song, The Ballad of the Witch's Road, but instead of like the Witch's Road, it was the Windy Road. So Agatha knows the original lyrics to the song. So when they try to argue with her, it's like, it's a coven true. No, it's a coven two. And it is a coven two, because the coven was her and her son. So she knew the lyrics, but she didn't fight it that much. She was like, all right, y'all don't know. I'm trying to kill y'all. They show a whole montage of her killing witches throughout the years because she's mad that she lost her son and she's trying to gain eternal life. The only thing that kind of sucks about that, they don't go more in depth into because if you don't know by now, Death and Agatha have a relationship, but they don't show the origins of that relationship. You just like they were a thing. So I kind of wish they delved more into that, but they didn't. I did skip over something from episode 8. Agatha and Death have a fight, and Agatha ends up losing, but then Wiccan comes and saves her. But Death is just too powerful because she's like a entity. I don't know if y'all seen Thor: Love and Thunder, but Eternity is another one of these entities, and like they're like part of the universe. You can't really deal with them. They're just too fucking powerful. So Agatha ends up cutting a deal with Death. It's like, I'll give you the kid if you like let me go or whatever. And she ends up tricking Wiccan into going with Death. But then at the last second, because the whole time Wiccan couldn't read Agatha's mind, but at the last second, he ends up getting in, and he asks her, "Is this what happened to Nicholas too?" And she pauses for a second and like, "Shit."
She's like, "Oh, well, fuck."
Because she's like, she's not really evil, but she's like mischievous, but she cares about her son. So she doesn't want to see another kid who reminds her of her son die. So she ends up kissing Death. And the kiss of death, she instantly dies. But her spirit lives on because the deal that she made with Death is that you could take me, but I don't want to see your face when I die. Which means she becomes a spirit and she doesn't go to that whatever afterlife is in the MCU. Which is another weird thing, is we done seen like 3 different afterlives in this fucking series. We've seen the Black Panther afterlife, we've seen the Moon Knight afterlife, and we've seen the Valhalla afterlife. So now there's another one where Death takes you, and it's like, yeah, I need to explain this shit. But so Ghost Agatha appears in Wiccan's room. Because after the fight, Wiccan leaves and he goes back to his house in Eastview. He's originally from Eastview, but he travels to Westview to try to figure out the things with Agatha. When he gets back to his room, Agatha pulls up on him and he's like, what the, how are you alive? And he ends up going back to Agatha's house and tries to like send her spirit to the afterlife. He does a spell and everything, and she's like, what are you doing? And then when he says what he's doing, and then right before he succeeds, she yells at him, I can't face him. She's referring to her son. She can't face her son in the afterlife because of all the people she killed while alive.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So the two of them end up making a deal to try to find Tommy. So they agree and they walk off, and there's a white bright light, and the series ends.
Sounds interesting.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Agatha all along, I'm not gonna lie to you, the beginning of it kind of was like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we here? But I gave it a chance, and every episode built on the last one. I felt connections. I felt like they were developing shit. We're finally getting Young Avengers shit because Wanda's kids are coming back. Well, they're already back, but you know, like it feels like the MCU is like moving forward again. Because for the longest time, and I was telling my friend D about this, the reason why the early phases were so successful to me is that they built on each other, and there was like a group. The Avengers were like a kind of like a family, and like each interaction, like you got to see them build more. Like a lot of people didn't like Age of Ultron.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
Bless it.
But there are scenes in that movie where you see all the Avenger characters like linking up and like having camaraderie, and those scenes may not seem like they're not the most action packed, but they're important to develop character. And Agatha all along, you know, that you see this coven, this group of witches being built, and they're having camaraderie. Agatha is just a fucking troll, and she wanted to kill everybody to get their powers, but
Right.
it ended up them trying to get close to each other, and like things like there's relationships that were developing. So I was like, all right, y'all are cooking here. I wish that some of these characters still lived at the end of it, but
Right.
Yeah.
you're at least you're paying attention to what worked before, and you're kind of implementing it a little bit here. And we're getting development for Wiccan, so next time he pulls up, it's gonna be crazy because it's like, oh shit, Wiccan's here. He's about to fuck y'all up.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a mini Wanda, so it's like,
Yeah.
so I'm happy that it turned out to be better than I was expecting. Between Deadpool and Wolverine, this shit, and What If that's coming up, Marvel's gonna be 3 for 3. There a lot of their projects like Secret Invasion and Thor: Love and Thunder and Quantumania haven't been doing it, but when you got 3 projects that you put out that aren't terrible, I'm starting to think that things might be turning around. Now, if this Captain America shit is actually good, I think we've made a turnaround.
Cool.
'Cause right now, like Marvel looks to me like it's in a good place. I'm just very worried because I saw Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the best parts of that show were not Falcon. It was everyone else. Zemo, Madripoor, freaking Bucky himself. Like, I liked almost everyone else who made, even the Dora Milaje, their little part was like better than anything that Sam was doing. So I hope that they learned from that and they make Sam more interesting in this movie. I know everyone's looking forward to Red Hulk, but like, I'm thinking
we can save that talk for the next episode because they released a new trailer about that.
I'm wrapping it up. I just like, I was trying to like.
I'm just saying they released the trailer for it, so we can save that discussion next time.
Okay.
But yeah,
I just wanted to like toward the future type shit, because that is What If and Captain America is the next thing, and obviously they don't relate back to Agatha. At least I don't, not directly, other than maybe the Young Avengers angle. But I'm just because like since we're on such a streak, I want the next projects to continue that streak. And that's my review.
all right.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay.
So this next thing honestly came out at the worst possible time because of like it came out the day after Election Day, but Stranger Things Day happened and they released some stuff for season 5, something that I didn't really think we'd get. I honestly thought we'd get a lot more than just the titles of the episodes, but they haven't shown any footage. They showed behind the scenes photos, but they haven't shown us a trailer yet. But they did reveal some all 8 episode titles, and they actually sound really damn great. So I'm gonna just list off the names.
Is one of them Vecna fucking goes to hell?
No, but it's
Probably.
it's kind of related to D&D in some way. But episode 1 is titled The Crawl. We've known that. Episode 2 is called The Vanishing of, and they blurred out the name. I've seen leaks of the name. If it's actually true and it's who I think it is, it's gonna be dark as fuck. Episode 3 is called The Turnbow Trap, which I like how kind of vague these titles are because we don't know shit about them and what they mean. So I'm happy that they're kind of not saying what the titles kind of represent. Episode 4 is Sorcerer. Episode 5 is Shock Jock. 6 is Escape from Kamazat, which I think might be part of the Upside Down or something, or it might be D&D related. I don't know.
Fuck is a Kamazat?
I don't know. Like I said, it's probably D&D related. Episode 7 is called The Bridge, and I love this final episode title. Episode 8, The Right Side Up.
Oh.
Because I think that's a good reference.
Like an anti-upside down. I like
yeah,
that.
because in the final episode of season 1, they called it the Upside Down, and now it's like the Right Side Up, which I think is very fitting because
That's pretty cool, actually.
I just love shows that have clever final episode titles, because for Breaking Bad, they have Felina, which is basically an acronym for finale, kind of like a word scramble of finale, but it also, in chemistry terms, Felina is divided up into like three elements.
Yeah.
It's Fe and then Li and then Na, which translates to blood, meth, and tears. And if you've seen the show, it's very fitting, especially for that final episode. And then
the reason why it's a blood is because Fe is iron, and there's iron in the blood.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to get so scientifical with names, but good on you. Good on you, guys.
And Better Call Saul, it's literally just called Saul Gone, which I think is fucking glorious. But yeah, so The Right Side Up, I think, is going to be a great final episode title. And I did hear from David Harbour that the final episode did make some cast members cry, so we're in for a treat.
Oh, whoa.
Wow. That's cool.
We love getting insights.
I mean, this is the final battle, so I don't expect a lot of people to come out unscathed from it. Vecna is powerful as shit,
Yeah, for sure.
and probably only getting more powerful since he's getting time to rest. Like, you never want to give an enemy time to rest.
Oh, no, never.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be nuts. I want to know what the fuck a cam is out to.
Yeah, so
All right.
I think, Stranger Things 5 sounds great. The episode titles are great, but that's not the main focus of this episode. The main focus is,
Really?
we've
Could
all-
never tell.
I'm trying to get nosebleeds and have my hand out. What you mean?
Yeah, for
Shout out to Jay Gooden for this. suggestion because I never thought of this. We're now discussing video games that we think should get a remake. So,
Let's go. All right.
It might
And
change every week,
just-
so yeah.
and just so we're clear, all of these have been remade apparently, according to Google. But yeah, so
Oh well.
Yeah, about that.
About
that,
one of
for real.
them.
For real.
oh yeah, never mind.
So what we so what we starting with?
Yeah,
you guys,
what was that
you guys got suggestions? Because I actually have one that I could
Yes.
discuss.
Yes, I have one right off the bat that
Yeah,
and
me too.
All right,
I-
so
right
it'll
off the
be
bat,
Jay Good
and-
and then Stefan, then Berg.
okay.
Well, I think if I'm correct in my assumption, Jay Gooden has the same one as me, so I'll just piggyback off of him.
Okay. All right. So, you guys want to know? All right. First off, yeah. Woo, boy. Thank you for bringing this topic up. Y'all know the big N, right? Y'all know Nintendo. Y'all know how
Mhm.
popular they are.
Yep.
Y'all know they're probably one of the greatest video game companies of all time. And we also know some of their beloved franchises. There's one in particular that's also pretty big that made Nintendo the big N from the first phase from the get-go. It's not Pokemon, it's not Mario, it's not Mario Party, it's not Mario Kart, it's not Zelda, it's not even F-Zero, even though that's another one I want to talk about too. It is Dual Barrel Roll. Actually, no, I'm kidding. No, it's yeah. Look,
What?
like, yeah. So this
Dual
is
barrel
what it
roll
is.
the game.
Yeah, Dual Barrel Roll the game. Honestly, if they made Dual Barrel Roll the game as an indie project, I would probably play that a lot more than Pokemon Scarlet Violet. But yeah,
That's a thing?
No,
it's not
Star
a thing. It's not a
Fox
thing.
64 is what he's talking about.
yeah. So like, I mean, this is what I've been trying to say this whole entire time during this whole entire Nintendo generation, and even with the Nintendo generation beforehand. So they kind of tried with Star Fox Zero, even though I thought was a pretty good game, but it was somewhat of a letdown, I guess, and didn't really sell as many units. I did like the animated intros and whatnot to kind of like refresh the franchise, but yeah. If we're gonna need something bigger than this, and honestly, I really feel like this is really needed if we're going to wrap up the Switch's lifetime. Yeah, we need a Star Fox 64 remake, or at least like just like a refresh on the Star Fox franchise, man. Like, it's just about time. And honestly, even though as much as I love all the other Nintendo franchises like Mario, Zelda, Splatoon is great. Pikmin is also fun. All the stuff. They even brought back WarioWare. They actually had like 2 titles, I think, probably like 3 titles by now for the Switch. But where is my beloved Star Fox? Why is it not here in my collection for Switch? Why have we not seen a brand new one since the Switch's release?
We can't
Since
even make
2017.
up the excuse that they're saving it for the Switch too, because there's nothing really to save. And they
Yeah.
should have done it by now, honestly.
Right. And honestly, like, Starlink is not that doesn't even count. That's not even like
No.
a proper title at all. Or did anyone even play Starlink? Like,
No.
no. Exactly. Right. So
I think I own it, but I didn't play this shit.
yeah. So I think that Star Fox just needs a brand new rehaul and just get back to the roots of things. Switch, the peripherals, the devices, the controllers are perfect for Star Fox. Coming back into the fray. I would love to do the barrel roll with the Joy-Cons and trying somersaults with them as well, and just having like a very good organic story. If they don't need necessarily like bring back Zero in a sense, even though Zero was a cool concept, but we getting all these remakes. This is the era of remakes and remasters. They can remake Star Fox 64. I don't care if they even call it Star Fox 64 remake, as cheesy as they may sound. I don't even care. At this point, just make a brand new title for the love of God. Like, it's long overdue. It's long overdue for us not even seeing F-Zero, but we're not even talking about F-Zero right now. But I know they got 99, whatever. Okay, that's a nice indie game. Congrats, kudos, clap. but that's not even
It's not really indie if Nintendo made it.
Yeah, right. That's not even like a real F-Zero like launch, if you ask me. But Star Fox, it just hones in so much nostalgia. There's a fan base that's grieving for it. Like I really feel it's just as bad as us not seeing a Sonic Adventure 3. Like, you know what I mean? Like, am I right, Tasha? Like
Yeah,
seriously.
you're right. They've been like going left and right with that shit, and we have not seen a single thing about it.
Right. So I'm thinking like, why not just bring it to the center stage? I mean, like,
you were gonna get a Sonic Adventure 3. They just called it.
We were going to. That's what I'm saying. Like, we were literally teased and like rumored to have an Adventure 3, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah. So my thing about it is just like this. Like, you know, you have the Switch, you have the Switch Lite, and all that stuff. You can play a brand new Star Fox game. You know, even with the OG Switch, you can play on the go with your friends. You know, you can have it on the setup where you set up with a TV mode, and you can play like 4 players. You know, just like having a blast, like going against like head-to-head R-wing battles. You can have a fresh new story with brand new UHD graphics, or however the graphic limitations are with the Switch. I'm pretty sure they can knock it out out of the park with what we got with Star Fox 64. You know what I mean? And just make it like an online compatible game where we can do leaderboards, where we can, like, you know, do co-op mission co-ops or R-wing battles. You know what I'm saying? Do rankings and all that stuff. Like, there's just so much things you can do with a brand new Star Fox. Like, and I really feel like that would be just as big as us getting Metroid Prime 4, if not even bigger, because it's great for single player. The story is just great. Star Fox story is amazing. It's really good. It's a really good, like, you know, Star Wars-esque type of story, you know, without even being Star Wars. You know, you have the multiplayer aspect with 4 people, 8 people, if not, probably even more, if you have like online play, that can all get together in a session and just do cooperative battles, like I said before, cooperative missions, multiplayers, taking out Andros together, or Oniki, or Pigma, or Wolf. You know, it's anyone the members of Star Wolf, right? And we can even be introduced to brand new threats of the Lilat system. Like, there's just so much potential. Like, or even then, so you can, even if they go this route, like a MCU type of route, where they can probably, like, I don't know, Berg will probably agree, just because we did talk about this, like, you know, several months ago. Maybe they can probably, like, you know, connect it with other Nintendo Space franchises. I mean, that's a little bit of a stretch, I know, but at least just get the ground running with doing like a HD remake of, like, seeing that we did not forget about this franchise. We know how much we love these characters and, like, the story that they have, and just continue on with it. See brand new characters, or even bring back the characters from Star Fox 2. What are they doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just seeing Falco and Slippy Toad and Peppy Hare and Fox McCloud, and probably even get insight about Fox's father, James. You know, what Oniki's doing, how Pigma left Star Wolf to become his own have his own faction, his own army. You know, seeing a brand new corrupted Andros, seeing brand new worlds in the Lilat system, or probably even going to a brand new system, you know, probably for like a black hole or something, and then you like go into like another part of space. You know, I mean, other enemies and threats and other characters that want to be alongside the Star Fox team. Dude, the possibilities are endless. Why have we not seen this yet in this new Nintendo generation? And I'm gonna leave it at this, though, right? I really feel like this as important as Switch has been, you know, in gaming since 2017 to 2024 and then on. I just cannot see a Nintendo era, right, or generation without a brand new Star Fox. It's just not complete with me. It's not complete. The titles are great that we had so far, again, but it's not Nintendo if we don't see this franchise. If Shigeru Miyamoto just doesn't patch it together with a brand new team, or getting like a third party team just to make a brand new Star Fox out of scratch.
Shigeru
Just
doesn't
for us to
really
go see
make the
one more.
game anymore. He's more of a, he took like an advisory role.
Yeah,
But I hear you.
but you know what I'm saying. Let's just see Star Fox like one more time, man. At least like branch it off and bring it back for the brand new generation, because I really feel like you're doing an injustice for this new generation of Nintendo fans that have never ever experienced what we experienced from the 90s. Like it's just a disservice, man. And I really feel like that they just got to get their heads together with that. Same thing that comes with F-Zero if we talk about it. But like them, yeah, Star Fox, it needs to come. Take it out of retirement. Bring us back to the good old glory days, the golden era of Nintendo.
All
We
right.
just need it. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'd also like to mention that like I didn't have enough room for the title. This will also include like games that we think deserve sequels. So yeah, that's kind of in the same thing. So Bert, go ahead.
So, Jay pretty much said everything I wanted this more than what I wanted to say about Star Fox. There's two things there's two options that I want. The first one is simple. Just redo Star Fox 64. Don't change nothing. Just from start to finish, the original game on modern hardware, updated graphics, updated sound, like just make a modern version of 64. I don't think that would be too hard.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I feel like that's like a walk in the park for them. What I really want, there's a game series called Mass Effect.
Right.
Yamada.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I've heard of that.
It's basically a space opera that up until the third entry of the series was fucking killing it. I honestly feel that in the right hands of like a good writer, you could write out all the lore of the Star Fox series into like a Mass Effect like story, and you can travel the Lilat system. You could probably implement more than just a Lilat system. You could probably do the whole whatever galaxy they're in.
Mm-hmm.
But like you could fly to the different planets. You can kind of like chart your own way. You could do this in the original game, but it'll look even better if you did it like this. You could chart your way to Venom. Like you could choose whatever planet you want to go to, instead of like, because like in the original game, you had to go for certain events on the map or get a certain kill score to unlock certain harder paths. Because if you just play the level straight up most of the time, you're just on the easy route and you followed the bottom of the map and your route was blue. But if you did one of the special exits, your route would turn red or yellow, and it told you if you went on the medium route or the hard route. But with this, you can kind of like choose where you want to go based off like how you want to continue the story.
Right.
And Jay mentioned that like I wanted to like combine this with other Nintendo space IPs.
Mm-hmm.
F-Zero and Metroid are kind of like right there.
Right.
You really could implement them into the storyline and they would make sense, but that might be biting a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
I just want them to like realize Star Fox story in a modern way, following the Mass Effect formula. I feel like it can work really well, and like you could have the different dialogue choices. You could choose Fox to be snarky or have compassion. Like you got the Renegade or Paragon Fox. I feel like that shit would be so hard, but I don't.
That's a great idea.
I don't think this will ever happen because Nintendo kind of like stuck in their own ways. Like they're gonna do shit the way they do it.
Right.
So not only do I not see a Star Fox game happening, I doubt they'll ever do something akin to Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of what I want to see.
Yeah.
But since I brought up Mass Effect and you said that this is games that we want to see sequels to, I want them. I didn't play for Andromeda. I couldn't do it. I have the game, but I just like all like the rumors about how bad it is, and I couldn't play through it. What I want them to do, I don't necessarily want them to fix Mass Effect 3 because that ship has long sailed. They release all this fucking DLC. The ending is what the ending is. You either merge with the machines, you let the machines control you, or you destroy the machines. The apparently canon ending is destroy, but you gotta have a high military score, because otherwise Shepard doesn't live through it. But if your score is high enough, which pretty much means you do all the side missions so that your end of game fleet is like stupid huge. There's a cutscene that, well, this is spoilers for Mass Effect if you haven't fucking played it. At the end of the game, there's a guy called the Star Child, and he gives you a choice to either destroy the Reapers who are killing the galaxy, control the Reapers, or merge with them. Well, merge all synthetics with organics. You don't want to do either of the latter two, because control, they kind of show you right beforehand the elusive man, one of the enemies of the story, tried to go the control route, and the Reapers ended up controlling him. So you don't want to do that. Synthesis is kind of what the Reapers want. They want to prolong civilizations in Reaper form. If you just combine everyone's DNA, you're basically doing what they want to do. So the real option, at least based on all the lore Mass Effect has thrown at you, is to destroy the Reapers. That's what Shepard wanted to do, based on all the dialogue and stuff. So when you choose destroy, and your military score is high enough, there's a bonus cutscene at the end of everything where you see a bunch of rubble of London, because that's the place you was at before you ended up going to space to assault the Reapers at the Citadel. You see a bunch of rubble, and you see an N7 chest plate, and you can kind of make out a body, and then you hear a breath, and the chest plate moves up. That's allegedly Shepard still alive after all of the events of the ending of Mass Effect 3. I'm not gonna get into the minutia of why that ending is terrible and all the things wrong with it. There's been plenty of videos talking about it over the years. But essentially, that ending is impossible. Like, they tried to kill Shepard in Mass Effect 2. We let y'all live.
Yeah.
Somehow he survived the cold of space. Fine, whatever. Project Lazarus brought him back. Fine. But you're not telling me that he was on a space station that blew up and he re-entered Earth's fucking atmosphere. And is still alive somehow. You're not telling me this. I'm sorry. That's just, there's more problems than that. We're gonna leave it at that. You don't get blown up and it's sent back into the earth, going through the atmosphere, burning up as you're cutting through the ionosphere, crashing to the ground, and he's still alive. I cannot believe this. So I want them to make a game that addresses what actually happened. And you don't even have to do it in the opening hour of the game. But eventually, you explain what the fuck happened at the end of that, because it's ridiculous. They lost, to be honest with you, because Harbinger was right there in front of the Citadel beam in London, and he sees Shepard. He hits him with the beam. He's dead to rights. But somehow he lived on some Batman shit. All right, admittedly, he's like wounded and has to walk slow. I feel like they just did that stylistically, but whatever. And he walking slowly to the beam, and a bunch of fucking Geth and other monsters pull up to him, try to kill him. You have a gun, you shoot. You make it to the beam, and then all the events of the ending play out on the Citadel. But it's like no, like something else was afoot here. I honestly feel like because they never did this, and I kind of wish they would. The fans, again, I've always said this: the fans of a series tend to know the series better than the original authors, because they came up with this shit called the indoctrination theory, and I'm not gonna get into that either, because that's a whole nother can of worms. And I know other people want to get to their games, so I'm gonna try to finish this up. Basically, the Reapers, once you're within like their domain, like you're in front of one or in their area, they can hypnotize you and make you bend to their will. And it's not hard for them to do it. Some people have more mental resistance than others, but you pretty much you're in the maw of the whale once you're next to one, or if you touch one of their artifacts. Now, Shepard has been fighting and dealing with Reaper artifacts for 3 whole fucking games. You're not telling me that there hasn't been wear and tear on his mind to where he wasn't going to be possessed, or well, not really, possessed is not the word, I guess turned by the Reapers to be indoctrinated. You're not telling me his mind is not under stress. What the indoctrination theory, basically the main tenet of it is that Shepard is dealing with the Reapers inside of his mind. It's like a last dance battle to try to like exert control over Shepard's body. Shepard is fighting Reaper control. And that's what the ending sequence is about, because everything is dreamy and doesn't look like it's based in reality. A lot of things don't make sense. Like I don't want to get too much into it. There's something wrong with what's happening. Like the game is normal, then all of a sudden the tone just dramatically changes once you enter the beam and go to the Citadel. Something is different. So I'm guessing that the indoctrination theory was something that maybe originally they wanted to do, but ended up backpedaling on toward the end, and they wanted to make the ending more cryptic. But by doing that, it kind of shot themselves in the foot, because what they presented makes no sense. So for a game that I want them to remake, wrap it all up. Star Fox. I want them to follow. I either want them to do a just straight up remake, modernize 64, or implement RPG Mass Effect like elements into it to make it more interesting. And honestly, if they did that, that would help Star Fox, because there's a lot of lore in the game. Like obviously, there was a Star Fox team before Fox McCloud. James McCloud, his father, had a team. Pigman was on it. He betrayed him and went to Andros. Maybe there was some type of indoctrination shit there too. Like, why did he turn? Like, they don't explain none of this shit. So having that honestly could be a game too. Like, explain from James's perspective what happened. Like, oh yeah, the 3 of us, Peppy, Pigma, me, we're gonna take on Andro. And then he defects in the middle of the mission. Like, why did that happen? So they could either make that game or fold that storyline into this remake idea, where you follow the whole Star Fox story from start to finish, from James taking off to defeat him to Fox dealing the coup de grace. I would like to see that. And then I would like a Mass Effect game, either, I don't know if they want to make a trilogy or whatever, but just make a game that cleans up. Fuck it, clean up Andromeda too. Just put the series back to its prominence. Because, especially from the first game was just so magical.
Right.
Like there's nothing like the first game. The second game they had money, and EA was like, we need more money. Make this game more mission based. Make it like COD.
Yeah.
All right, so
Like, I like
we need
the-
to,
I like the
wrap this
first.
up, dude. Like it's been
I'm sorry.
damn near an hour.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's all good.
Yeah. Remake 64. Make a sequel to Mass Effect that fixes the problems of 3 and Andromeda.
Okay.
And yeah, I got that.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Stefan, what you got? Like, what game do you want to see remade?
All right, so this has been a long time coming, but this game was made in 2010, and it got abandoned ever since, and it never got put in to another Mario 3D All-Stars mix ever again.
Oh, I know what he's about to say.
Wait, what happened?
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, it never got... So a couple years ago, they made a Mario 3D All-Stars, and they put all these different games in, but they didn't put this one game in that I really want to be put in, but they never put it in. The game I'm talking about is Super Mario Galaxy 2. They have to,
I knew it.
they have to remaster that game because I really enjoyed that game back in 2010. They put everything from the first game that I enjoyed in the second game that I really enjoyed and expanded on it. They added everything plus Yoshi, plus all these other new levels. Really, Super Mario Galaxy 2 wasn't supposed to be its own game. It was just more of Super Mario Galaxy 1, but they decided to, because they put so much stuff in it, they decided to make it Super Mario Galaxy 2. But they abandoned it in 2010, and they never ever brought it back. And I hope with the Switch 2, they decide to at least remaster it or at least somewhat mention it, because it just got abandoned and said, it was like the redheaded stepchild that you never even pay attention to. It's just like they made the game, and that's like, okay, bye, I'm never going to mention you again.
That was a throw, because I didn't understand how they could make an all-star thing and just leave out that game.
Right.
I mean, it was one of my favorite games when I was a kid. I
Exactly.
remember beating Mario Galaxy 2 when I was little.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be better if Galaxy 3 was a thing, but I do agree that Galaxy 2 should get a remaster.
Right.
It
Exactly.
makes sense because it's 3D All Stars, and most people actually have a more sort of like connection to Galaxy 2 more than Galaxy 1. I don't know why. I think 1 is more memorable than 2. But the fact that we got 1 and not the other, even though it's supposed to be a quote-unquote celebration of Mario's best 3D games, and we didn't get 2, just baffles me, honestly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Given that this basically was supposed to be DLC for 1, but it was too much, so they made it its own game. It's like, you knew what time it was. Why did you leave this out?
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
With Mario 3D All Stars, they literally had it limited edition, and then by the end of March, they just took it away along with my left Joy-Con. So yeah, that's gone as well. So
Yeah. Right.
R.I.P. left Joy-Con.
The Joy-Con is
Yep.
a different story. But...
Yep,
It is.
Nintendo pretty much took away everything on March 31st. That was the end of Nintendo. They took away literally everything. But they literally had this limited edition Mario 3D All Stars, but they had the audacity to put Mario Sunshine, but not put Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Don't talk shit about
I
Sunshine.
want Galaxy 2 instead of Sunshine, like
Sunshine's
a mile
actually kind of
away.
good, and people will hate you for that. Cause like I don't entirely love Sunshine, but Sunshine, some people actually prefer that over 64 and Galaxy. So
I
yeah,
don't
Mario
hate
Galaxy
it, but it's
2,
definitely
all
not
those
a
games.
It's definitely not a game that I would pick
blow
up.
Sunshine out of the water. Mario Galaxy 2, Mario Galaxy 1, and 64 blow Sunshine out of the water.
I mean, if we're ranking, I think Sunshine is the least better of the
Exactly.
of the three they chose.
The difference between all the other
But-
games and Sunshine is Sunshine has a very mixed fan base, where some love the game and some hate it. You can point to Mario 64, and Super Mario 64 can do no wrong, where everybody loves that game. You talk about Sunshine.
I got complaints about 64, but I talk too much this podcast.
Yeah.
You talk about Sunshine, it has a very mixed fan base.
Yeah, I think that like it's a really just like a celebration of like how what Tasha just said, like a full celebration of the Mario 3D games as a whole. So like I really feel like it default they have to go as Sunshine because it was the GameCube's Mario 3D game. Like you know what I mean? Just like 64 Mario 64 was, and 64's Mario 3D game, and Galaxy was Wii's Mario 3D game. So you know I just really feel like
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, I think that it's a celebration of like all of the mainline 3D games up to the point of Switch. Like, and that's just what you have to go see for it. But I do agree that adding Galaxy 2 probably even if it was like DLC or just like in the mix. Maybe
Honestly, that's what they should have did. They should have made a DLC.
Yeah, should have made DLC, or just like if you beat Galaxy, here we go, Galaxy 2, like you know,
Exactly.
Yeah, they should have did that, but I don't know. Like I like Sunshine. I know it's like the weaker title out of the three, but like
it's not a bad game. It's
not a bad game.
If we're comparing,
to be honest,
it's not beating the other two.
Yeah,
it's not a bad game, but it's just they it's like you have to add it if it's part of a 3D Mario collection.
Exactly.
Like that celebrates the eras.
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean?
it's supposed to be there. It's just
supposed to be there.
ranking,
Yeah.
like, no, it's not number one at all.
Yeah.
This might be a hot take, but the GameCube wasn't really that great when it came to like a console as itself. The only games that were really like best sellers were Smash Bros. Melee and Mario Kart Double Dash.
I mean,
Well, you got
there's a lot of games on.
You got Wind Waker. Too.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Star Fox Adventures. Anyone? I mean, that was a breakthrough.
Luigi's Mansion.
The franchise.
yeah,
Luigi's
like,
Mansion. Wario. What was that Wario game?
Wario! That's the game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that Wario game that was very underrated. That Wario 3D game was very, very underrated. Yeah, so like
Wario, what was it?
Wario
Wario
World?
Take It? No, that was for the Wii. Which
No.
one was for the GameCube?
Smooth
the
moves.
3D one was Wario World, right?
Yeah, Wario World. There we go. Yeah, Wario World was very underrated. That should actually have a remake. I would totally agree. Yeah, I would totally agree.
I've never played it.
If they don't make a Wario Land, if they don't make a new Wario Land, make a Wario World remake. Definitely, I would agree. That was a very underrated game. I'm surprised that no one picked it up. It was a very good game.
I'm guessing at this
Very
point, Wario kind of transitioned into the mini micro game shit. He's not a platformer guy anymore.
So,
I don't know. I mean, like, I really feel like that was just kind of like it was like a gimmick from the get go. Even though it's kind of fun and entertaining, but like it is in its own right. But I mean, like we should have never ever deviated from the Wario Land games. Like they kind of had Wario Land Shake It, which was cool. I guess it's because like, okay, WarioWare is such a hit. Maybe we should put Wario Land on the back burner. They should have never done that, in my opinion, because Wario Land's fire. Wario Land 4 was fire, and Shake It was okay. Just I don't think it ever sold. Yeah, if that's the case. But yeah, the Wario Land, Wario World games, yeah, they should never went away at all. Yeah.
So
I would definitely agree with that.
So the game that I think that should be remade, this might be a bit of a hot take, but also some of you might agree. This has been rumored for a while, not this specifically, but since Mario Baseball might make a comeback, just remaster this damn game already. Super Sluggers? Yeah, Super Sluggers. Just
Sluggers was great.
Can I have a remaster so I can play it legally, please?
exactly.
Yeah.
Or if they,
Right.
What?
or if they want to
Yeah,
make
Super Stickers is really good.
if they want to make
Yeah.
a sequel to this game, like Super Mario Baseball Jamboree or whatever the fuck, just make it like just It surprised me that in the original game Rosalina was not in here.
Call it All Stars or something. I don't know. Just like
Super
give
Sluggers All Stars.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a legal way to play baseball. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah,
Or better yet, they can do this too. They can even make a Mario sports collection. Like, why not? Like,
this is
they
Mario-
can
That
do
would
really
work too. Just put in the right version of Strikers and
Mario
we'll be fine.
And that
Sports
wouldn't really
All-Stars.
cost them anything.
yeah.
Mario
it would-
Sports Mix says hi.
I mean,
Yeah.
Mario Sports
What?
Mix is a go-to game to be fair, but I think Sluggers as a whole, I think might be better as a remaster or if they want to add like an upgrade to it or whatever, add Rosalina, Pauline, fucking Koopalings, anything. It already has a goated ass character roster, so like just add maybe a couple extra.
I mean,
or...
Pauline definitely seems to be more mainline in the last couple months to a year.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And it's
Yeah.
it's
Pauline's here to stay. Thank you.
It-
Thank you so much for time.
It always surprised me
God.
that Rosalina was
Yeah.
never in this game, because this game came out around the time that Mario Kart Wii and Galaxy came out. I think it was like a couple months after Mario Kart Wii, so it's surprising that Funky Kong makes it in this game, but not Rosalina. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird.
But it's still a go-to game either way. I think they definitely need to remaster it. And also, for fans of the Banjo and Kazooie franchise,
Oh hell yeah,
they need to finally make Banjo 3 and not Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah.
No, all right.
Yeah,
So
nuts and bolts. You got your 3. Yeah.
well, yeah, but it's the thing. Like, as much as I totally agree with Joe on that one. Hell yeah, all the way 100%. I found
I'd be
it.
down for a remake
You got-
anytime soon.
The problem is though is that like I really feel it's because of the Microsoft acquisition with the franchise with really Rare. I don't really feel like that's ever really gonna happen.
Yeah,
Unless-
it's not gonna happen.
No, it's
Unless
definitely not
Rare
happening.
literally goes third party again and like makes games on other systems. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, unfortunately, because
That's
we
fair.
had the god awful Banjo Kazooie was it Nuts and Bolts on Xbox.
Yeah, nuts
That-
and bolts. That's 3, right?
It's 3.
No,
That was a bad game, man. That was bad.
it doesn't count.
It wasn't good.
That does not count.
It's bad,
I
though.
don't like how they changed the characters.
I heard they had vehicles. It's not good.
Yeah, that game's trash, man. In my
No.
opinion, that game. Like they made the characters look like something out of Five Nights at Freddy's, man. Like,
Well, see, at least to his credit, it's only one guy work.
no,
You got a whole team, and you couldn't make something that looks stellar.
that's a Star Wars sequel we don't talk about.
Did
right?
did they
Right next
the,
to
holiday,
Star Wars.
the holiday special.
did they
No, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about episode 1 either.
We don't.
did they
I thought we don't talk about episode 9.
did they remake a Zelda game at all? Because I think they did.
They've done
They
a
made
late
a few of
That's
them.
all they do is make remake Zelda games.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
they
They made
made
a
quite a
new
lot.
one. They made a new one where you can copy a chair and a table
Of-
and everything
Of
else.
fucking course you can. Fuck Zelda.
Damn, kid.
Well,
Honestly,
Apparently, I heard from somebody that's the first thing that you make.
Of fucking
so
course.
I'm happy.
I mean,
That sounds great.
if they
I mean,
haven't
Twilight Princess remake could be cool, or they can. I mean, I guess for the fans, they can kind of Final Fantasy VII Ocarina of Time to death.
if they
Mm.
if they
Like,
haven't done
and make a remake of Ocarina of Time.
if they haven't done a remake of this yet, I feel like Ocarina of Time would be a good remake for Zelda.
They put one on 3DS, but I don't think they've actually made a remake of it yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm talking about like an HD remake, kind of like how RPG got
Yeah.
a remake.
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do a full hard remake of it. They should.
Okay, all right. Well. I'm just gonna go say it. Like, you know, we kind of like said a little bit of it, but like since Tasha's here, I mean, we might as well just throw it on the table. Like, dude, Sega, stop throwing and make Sonic Adventure 3. Like, whatever, dude.
Facts.
Like, dude,
Yeah,
Sonic
like,
06.
just make a Sonic Adventure for you, please.
Sonic 06 was supposed to be.
Well, it was
Sonic
supposed to
Adventure
be.
3.
That was
Oh my
that
They didn't let it bake long
Oh my
enough.
that was
God.
the nuts and
And
bolts
it's a
of the
trap.
franchise.
It's a dumpster fire.
Yeah. Dude,
that was supposed to be the like reawakening of Sonic. Fun fact.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
It was.
it was.
Holy shit.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why it was called Sonic the
it was supposed to
Hedgehog.
renovate the whole point of Sonic, put him back to
God.
his quote unquote roots and stuff. And
Yeah,
it
Well,
did
they
not
did a
happen.
hell of a job.
everyone calls it '06, but it was really just supposed to be Sonic the Hedgehog. It's supposed
Yeah,
to be
that's
a
it.
new
Yeah,
era of Sonic.
It was,
But
yeah, that's what it was. A new era Sonic,
they
renovate
fucked
him,
up
but
so
it
bad
failed
that
so
they,
bad. It was like a thing
and
that everyone joked about.
they had a skeleton of something that could have been good. That game just needed more time. They tried to rush it out. That was really the problem.
Yeah.
So was it supposed? Okay, so it was supposed to be like a retelling of the origin story of Sonic, or it was just like a.
You know,
Like,
I'll put it to you like this. You know
Right.
how like they reboot Spider-Man every like 10 years, whatever?
Yeah.
It's something like that. It was just supposed to be like a new starting off point for Sonic. Like this would be Sonic 1 going forward.
So
It's supposed to be like a soft reboot.
So what? Where's Green Hill? Where's Marble Zone? What the hell? Where's? Come on, bro. What?
None of that is here. You've got fire, you've got ice levels, and then you got one where you're supposed to save a girl from jumping off a ship. I'm not kidding.
No. I know what you're talking about. I played Sonic. Unfortunately, I know. I played the game. I played the game. I'm just saying,
It's no use.
You know, like, dude, like, where all the? Why is Blaze and Silver here then? Like, well, why is Shadow here? Why is everyone here? Like, they didn't know what to do with our project. I mean, it's either an origin story or a retelling of the Sonic Hedgehog story, or you just make Sonic Adventure 3. Like, it's either one or the other. Don't mix them both up together. Don't do that.
Yeah, they definitely Batman v Superman didn't try to do too much in one project.
To this day, I just don't understand that. I mean, like, bro, if it's Sonic Adventure 3, and then you can introduce Silver and Blaze, I guess, Blaze the cat, or whatever. Like, why Silver's important. They could have just went that route. Okay, that's one concept. Or the other concept, which was original concept, make the origin story Sonic the Hedgehog, where it's just about him going for Mobius, or, you know, wherever he's at, going for Green Hill, meeting Robotnik for the first time.
Yo,
you know what I mean? Doing all that stuff.
Why does this Sega have no faith in Mobius?
Because I don't
Even
know.
in the movies, they don't mention Mobius.
Bro, Sonic Forces was supposed to, and I hate bringing this game up again because Sonic Forces. I gave Forces a chance. If Angel listens,
you made a mistake.
If my friend Rex Dongs is listening to this, because I did ping everyone from JG Media Games. It was my fault. I'm sorry. I gave Forces too much of a chance. I thought it was going to be a brand new experimentation. I like the character customizations. I love that stuff. I love the fact that you can make your own character and go through the Sonic world. I love the fact that
how'd you like playing through Green Hill 20 times?
Yeah, but it's just when I replayed the game, my boy Rex Dawn. Okay, if he's listening to this, dude, you are right. You were completely right. 100%. Sonic Forces was a complete dumpster fire.
This is just a live apology from Jay saying, like, I'm sorry that I gave Forces a chance.
I am sorry because I think I'm the only one in the world who actually gave Sonic Forces a decent chance. And like,
I gave it a chance.
No, I gave it a chance as well. I literally,
terrible.
I pre-ordered it for release day and finished it in 3 hours, and I was like, I'm not gonna get those hours back, am I?
No, you're not.
Okay, so
it might have taken me longer than 3 hours, but I beat it in one sitting too, and I'm just like, this is not good, bro. Like, it's like press X to fucking win. Like, there's no like tension or stakes here. I think I died maybe once or twice because I wasn't ready for something. 'Cause, like the game is like you just hold a button and you win. You just hold a button to win. Like, and then it's
boost,
like a quick,
and there you go, done.
Yeah, it's like this isn't good. This isn't Sonic.
Yeah. Like, I would say this. I mean, like, and this is what I learned from someone from a YouTuber mentioned this before. Like, there was a video. I forgot a person who made this video, but I will look it up soon. They made a video called "Why Sally Acorn Matters," and
that's that dude, Game Apologist.
Yeah, the Game Apologist. There we go. Game Apologist is so 100% on the mark because I really feel like that would have been the biggest shot that Sega and Sonic Team would have ever had, introducing the Freedom Fighters into Sonic Forces.
I
And
don't
if
know.
they did that,
Yo,
if they did that, I'm gonna make you finish, Berg. I got you. If they did that, that would have been a perfect opportunity to feature Sally, Alicia, Acorn. Why the Freedom Fighters matter. We could have seen Rotar, we could have seen Nicole, we could have seen Bunny Rabbit, we could have seen Antoine, we could have seen the whole shebang. Or they would have entered into the Sega Sonic universe in a game, okay, and in a proper game. We're not talking about Sonic Spinball when you only see them like in 2 seconds. All right, we ain't talking about that. This would have been the perfect opportunity to feature the Freedom Fighters, bro, and they just did not live up to that. They didn't take that opportunity from the table. It's called Sonic Forces. Who else is going to make a proper anti-Robotnik force or a freedom rebel force than the Freedom Fighters, man? That would have been perfect. Seriously.
Sonic has a big problem.
Yeah, man.
The Sonic was made as a counter to Mario.
Yeah.
So it didn't have a proper backstory. You got at least 3 or 4 different continuities. You got the comic continuity, you got the game continuity, then you got different television shows that are running concurrently but are telling 2 different stories, creating their own canon. Sonic doesn't have a solid backstory. But the Freedom Fighters was like something that was early in Sonic's like history.
Right.
And you're now making a game where Robotnik basically took over Earth or Mobius, wherever the fuck they're at.
Yeah. Right.
And you're recruiting people to fight him, to take the land back. And you're not, like Jay said, this is the most slammest dunk you ever had to insert the Freedom Fighters. Now, I know no one really gives 2 fucks about the shit like that because these are old ass characters. Probably people don't even know about it. They're like, yo, where the fuck is Shadow at? But these are iconic characters that never really got to be in the games outside of Sonic Spinball, but that game ain't really canon either. They were just stalling for time because Sonic 3 took too long to make and they had to split it between 2 cartridges. But that's another story.
That is another story. Yeah.
All right. So, I think since we're getting to an hour and a half, I think the final game I can talk about, and this is actually rumored to happen. I don't know if it actually will be, but I would like to see a remake of Halo 1. Like whether it's on like the new Xbox or something.
Yeah, so
like an updated.
So I'm gonna give y'all the floor because I ain't got nothing to add for this.
Like
it's Joe. You're right. Yeah, I think Joe should be the one to headline this. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got it.
Well,
yeah, you got it.
I mean, I haven't done the story mode, but I did hear that the game is like really iconic and fun. They did a remake of Halo 2. I think it was like the 20th anniversary of the game. I think it's about time that Halo 1 gets a remaster because, like, with playing that game with, like, modern graphics would just be, like, glorious to watch. Like, they're too busy making, like, I don't even know what the fuck Halo's doing now. Like, they made a show and they're probably gonna make, like, a...
Oh, God.
Like, I think they made Halo 5 or something, which bombed, and I think the Master Chief Collection, which I have, a fantastic... collection, but yeah, I think it's about time they make like a Halo 1 remaster, whether that be like on its 25th anniversary in 2026, I think. Whether that be like on its 25th anniversary or just like a different thing entirely, or make another Halo. I don't care. Like I love this franchise. From what I've played so far, it's a lot of fun. I definitely want to play the story mode very soon. But, yeah, I think it'd be a pretty great remaster to have, and, yeah. Haven't they done this already? I don't know. I mean, they might have. I did hear rumors about it, but, I mean, I just think it'd be cool if they remade it. What else? I guess, I don't know. I got nothing else. Anything I want them remade, they fucking made recently. Actually... Arkham Asylum, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe? Because that's
You know
kind
what
of
would be
older than
good, cool?
City and Night.
That
so,
whole
yeah.
run from Arkham Asylum to City
Mhm.
or Night, they put it all as one flowing story in one game.
That would be fire. That would be fire.
That would
I
be
can see
cool.
that. I can really see that. But like what Joe was saying, reason why what Joe said was like super important is the fact that is this, right? Halo kind of took a nosedive, no surprise, this generation. Ever since 5, I don't really feel like the Halo franchise is like it's almost to the brink of death if it didn't die already, unfortunately. And like the TV series, even though it's kind of like its own separate thing, because it's like a different medium of it, a different hot take on it, I guess. Like, even though that's apparent, I see the new Gears of War game, right? Kind of like an origin story, if I recall correctly, of what they're gonna do, or what they're gonna do in order to bring back Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago, and like their fight against the Locust. This is they really hit it on the head when it comes to like remake, remasters, and origin retelling stories. I really feel like what Joe was really trying to get at is just like this is like the perfect opportunity for like Microsoft. Is it 343 who owns Halo now? It's 343 Studios.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I really feel like this will be the perfect opportunity and the great and perfect timing for them to like remaster Halo 1 and just like go ham on the origin story one more time and kind of just remind everyone that Xbox is not dead.
Yeah, I
and-
haven't really heard anything good about Xbox in the recent years. It's all been PlayStation
Yeah,
and Nintendo. They're like the Pistons of
so-
the fucking gaming community. It sucks.
Microsoft's problem is that their
Right.
releases are PC and Xbox, so
Yeah.
you don't really need an Xbox if it's on PC. They
Yeah.
need exclusives, and Halo was one of their top exclusives. The fact that they don't really have that anymore.
Yeah. So I just think like, for them to kind of like, right this ship back into the right direction. We're gonna need like a brand new Halo game, and I really feel like telling the origin story, or just or doing like a Halo 1 remaster is like the perfect opportunity to go do this, man. Because at this point, Gears of War is great. I'm actually a Gears of War fan. I love Gears of War. I have all the titles. I have 1 through 5 and Judgment. It's a absolute blast. That's probably like the best reason as to why I even have an Xbox. Because Quake died. I love
Damn,
Quake.
kid.
Yeah, I love Quake. I know I'm dating myself. Yes, kids, I love Quake. I lived on a Dreamcast, and I love Quake Wars on Xbox. Yeah. Like, all these other franchises are like dead in the water, unfortunately, and like they definitely deserve like sequels and remakes. But like, if you're gonna like write the Xbox ship, dog, I really feel like Halo 1, just going back to those roots is probably what's gonna do it for you. And and I don't think that they're ever gonna make it like fully exclusive to Xbox in itself, because they're gonna do that whole Xbox Game Pass and PC thing, sure. But this is at least it's gonna have a huge enough momentum for them to get both the Xbox name brand and the series back on track. It's just a win-win. Like, and it's about time. It will just wash out like the dirty piss water in our mouths, with the TV show and everything else that came along as like a pre-follow-up to that meeting.
Damn, kid, that show sucks.
Yeah. So, like, what I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like, if they're gonna do it, Halo is literally the Halo child of Microsoft gaming. Let's just not say the form. It's their Mario, it's their Crash Bandicoot to Sony. It's everything. Like,
Sony doesn't own Crash Bandicoot. That's
it's only doing your own Crash Bandicoot, right? But dude, it's just a popular IP. Like,
no, I think Sony. I think Crash. Even if they don't
I think Crash too, and
so yeah.
and that's another. I guess that's like another thing for our day because like they did bring back Crash 4 and like it was an alright game.
It's about time.
It's about time. But it was an alright game. But like going back to Xbox, like in your camp, bro, like it's kind of like the Star Fox dilemma, bro. If you don't have a new Halo, like how Nintendo needs a new Star Fox, like they need a heartbeat. Like
it's actually worse for Microsoft because
yeah.
Halo's like really all they got.
That's really all they got, right? Like aside from Gears of War, like when we talk about Xbox, who we talk about, like it's out of Halo or Gears of War.
Like Nintendo got several stuff like Mario, Zelda. Like there's other things they can go to.
Yeah,
I don't know what Microsoft has other than Halo and Gears.
But I mean, it's like I said, they say they have Fable. Yeah, Fable's coming back, cool. And I guess Doom is a great thing. Yeah, even though that was really more of a PC thing, but I guess Doom is great too. I know that new Doom is gonna kick ass, cool. You know that I seen the Xbox show. Yeah, I think they are at this point. I'm pretty sure they are. But like, if we're talking about like a actual implanted IP that can bring back this Microsoft gaming facade, it needs to be Halo. And I feel like I completely agree with Joe. Halo 1 needs to come back as a remaster. Something needs to come back.
There have been rumors that Halo is going to make a comeback, but honestly, we can't wait that long. We need Halo right now. Like I think that's Halo was like the shit back in the day, and now like it's a damn shame what it's become because I actually really like this franchise. So yeah.
Yeah,
we'll see though.
Same.
I guess that's about it. That'll be a good place to wrap up. Thank you all for watching and stopping by. I know this was kind of last minute, and I apologize about that. My life's a fucking mess right now, but I'm happy we at least got this out. And thank you, everybody. Sorry that some spoke more than others, so I'm gonna try and make it be more balanced next week, hopefully, but I guess we'll see. So in regards to next week, it's mainly gonna be mostly Marvel stuff because they released some D23 stuff, and there's some more talks about like there's Daredevil stuff, there's Spider-Man, there's like Avengers related stuff. And there's a Captain America and Thunderbolts trailer that came out. So there's going to be a lot of Marvel talk, probably the entire episode. So if you're a fan of that franchise, for those who are left, go ahead and stop by.
That's a fact.
Right. But yeah, that's kind of it for me. So
yeah, where are can everyone kind of say where they can find us at? Like, where can we find you at?
Yeah.
Stefan, where can you find you at? Tasha, where can we find you at?
You can find me at the Thunder Pals on YouTube. I'm on Twitch as well, but my main home is YouTube and Discord.
Okay.
You can find me at Twitch at Stefan_87654.
Okay. Tasha, where can we find you at?
Oh, sorry. You can find me just on YouTube, just Tasha Gamer, nothing, no symbols, nothing like that, just a couple of capitals. And you can also find on Twitter, same name, just have 2 stars at the beginning and TG at the end. There you go.
Okay, yeah. Also, if you're looking on Discord, yeah, you should also check out the Spin Dashers Club. It's a really cool game community of Sonic Live fandom and everything else gaming. So it's a pretty cool place. I love it, and I'm pretty sure you guys will love it too.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. You can also find me on the JG Media Games gaming spaces on Discord, on Twitch. I'm also always with the Thunder Palace as well. So yeah, check out Thunder Palace. And if you guys need your creative fix, you can also find me on jgmediadesigns.com. And for all your creative needs. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yo, creativity starts with you, right?
Yeah, one imagination at a time, y'all.
Jake, do you wanna plug your shit?
Well, you can find me here on Joe's channel, I occasionally like play Mario Party and Mario Kart with him, and try to
occasionally hate
screw
him.
him. Yeah, and try to screw him over. Yeah,
Damn, kid.
Yep.
it's fun.
Hey, I do the same thing. Cool.
And you can find me also here. It's gonna be, yeah, just I don't really have anything planned. I can talk more about it since there's no Q&A right now. I can talk about just the future of the channel. But yeah, you can find me here, Josie, on my channel. You can find me on Instagram at Josie8356, where I've recently uploaded some Comic-Con photos. If you want to check those out, see the celebs I've met, and me holding hands with Deadpool singing Madonna, you can do that. You can go there.
Damn, you did it like a virgin.
Damn.
Touch for the very first time.
So,
Damn.
yeah, well, it's the first time I've ever
really
held
supposed
someone's
to be?
hand, and it was a fucking guy. But anyways, so
Oh wow, that's
so, in regards to the future of this
That's
channel,
something.
whenever I can get this shit out, I'm gonna upload the new Mario Party video that with Jay Gooden and Ashley and Berg. They're all gonna be there. I don't know when that's coming out, but I have thoughts about bringing the series back, which I have. I'm gonna be recording 2 episodes tomorrow. There was some audio trouble on my end in the last episode, but I'm not gonna let that screw me over. I'm just gonna, Jay's probably gonna add some music over it or something, but yeah, we'll figure it out. It was a good match either way, but yeah, we're almost done with the series. I'm the Jay Gooden one that I'm editing right now is the last one I'm gonna be editing, and then Jay's gonna take over for the rest of them. He's doing me a big favor. I greatly appreciate it, but I'm gonna need some time to get this shit out.
It's me, and I also got like a good friend of mine that I work with. We're gonna try to piece things together to make sure like it looks good and up to standards. So yeah, I'll be working hard throughout the week. I'm gonna try to balance that out with all the creative stuff I got on my own end throughout the week, and hopefully you guys can stay tuned for that. Yeah, as well.
I appreciate that.
Hey, yo, Joe's editor, make sure that you make Josie sound crisp as fuck.
Yeah.
my microphone has been working out very well, actually. Like right now, you guys are actually balanced with my microphone, so I think I finally succeeded on that. It's just I accidentally muted the game audio, so for like 30 minutes it's like silent. So we'll figure that out though. But yeah, expect kind of nothing on the channel for a while besides like, well, live stream wise there's kind of nothing besides this, but I did recently upload the 3 Halloween episodes. I did Forewarned, Lethal Company, and Phasmophobia with 3 friends of mine. One of them is Mercury, and he has funny mic, so yep.
He sure does.
Oh my god, it was a fucking nightmare. But yeah. And yeah, like I said, the Mario Party series is coming back. I'm gonna wrap that up, and then hopefully 2025 will be an easy ride, and I can bring the gaming live streams back. But more about that in future days. I guess for the rest of November, it's a 50-50 whether we're doing like a podcast every week in November, because I'm filming some stuff around this time, and I almost didn't do it today because of filming, but we got out early, so we're good on that part.
You manage people, it's all good.
But
Right.
December 16th and the 23rd, mark those days down, because there's going to be 2 podcast episodes both of those days. One regarding the 1-year anniversary of my channel, and regarding the 1-year anniversary of the podcast itself. So I'd like for you guys to be there for that. I don't know which episode number they're going to be, but either way, I'd just love for you guys to be there. It's like a celebration of my channel and the podcast, which has not been doing entirely well, but it's still worth celebrating, you know, and the 1-year anniversary of my channel. Just, yeah, we'll have a fun time with that.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically all I got.
All right.
So
You guys make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Joe C over here. Check out those episodes with the podcast, Costanza podcast, and other things gaming. You know, so
yep. If you want to
and
see,
just stay tuned, man.
if you want to see past episodes, there is a playlist on my channel. Go ahead and check them out. Let me know which games you'd like to see remade. If you're excited for Stranger Things 5 as much as I am, what do you think of Agatha, etc., etc. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.
All right. Peace
Bye.
out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.